Salamun alaikum all. Today's topic will be about the appropriate salam. What is the correct greeting in the Quran? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum or Salamun alaikum or salam. Why don't Muslims even know how to greet people today with Allah's command in the Quran and always get it wrong? Allah has commanded us to greet people in a very specific way, giving salam to everyone. However, the level of corruption that Muslims have caused is so big in every way that even for such a simple thing as greeting each other, Muslims are usually completely unaware that their greeting is almost never correct and therefore corrupt. There are several reasons for being blinded. 1. The most obvious reason is because they don't read Quran. 2. They follow the crowds without getting knowledge. 3. Allah has set a veil over their hearts, eyes, and minds. What is the greeting decreed in the Quran by Allah? The first thing you should ask yourself is, when you meet a believer, how do you greet them exactly? Here are some greetings from the Quran. Salamun alaikum, 654. And when those who come to you who believe in our verses say Salamun alaikum, the Lord has decreed upon himself mercy, that any of you who does wrong out of ignorance and then repents after that and corrects himself, indeed he is forgiving, merciful. We can see that the greeting believers usually is the correct manner, is a command, and in 654 it clearly states Salamun alaikum, and it's not Salamu alaikum. This is usually the main greeting of the Muslim world. Another example to greet people is 24, 27 to 28. O you who believed, do not enter houses other than your own houses until you ascertain, welcome, and greet their inhabitants. That means people. That is best for you. Perhaps you will be reminded, and if you do not find anyone therein, do not greet them until permission has been given to you. And if it is said to you, go back, then go back. It is pure for you, and Allah is knowing of what you do. Another greeting is Salam, 1169. And certainly did our messengers come to Abraham with good tidings. They said Salam. He said Salam back. And they did not delay in bringing the roasted calf. 1552. When they entered upon him and said Salam, Abraham said, indeed, we are fearful of you. You will find a similar greeting for the hereafter as well. Salamun alaikum and salam are both greetings of the earth, but also it is the same greeting in paradise. Salamun alaikum, 746. And between them is a partition, and its elevations are men who recognize all by their mark. And they call out to the companions of paradise, Salamun alaikum. They have not entered it, but they long intensely. 1632. The ones whom the angels take in death, good and pure, they will say, Salamun alaikum. Enter paradise for what you used to do. 3973. But those who feared their Lord will be driven to paradise in groups until when they reach it while the gates have been opened, its keepers will say, Salamun alaikum, you have become pure, so enter it, abide eternally therein. 1324. Salamun alaikum, for what you have patiently endured, and excellent is the final home. 2855. And when they hear ill speech, they turn away from it and say, "For us are our deeds, and for you are your deeds. Salamun alaykum. We seek not the ignorant." Another greeting in paradise is the Salam, 10:10. They call therein, "Excellent are you, O Allah," and their greeting therein will be Salam, and the last of their call will be, "Praise to Allah, Lord of the worlds." 14:23. And those who believed and did righteous deeds will be admitted to gardens beneath which rivers flow, abiding eternally therein by the permission of their Lord, and their greeting therein will be Salam. 33:44. Their greeting on the day they meet him will be Salam, and he has prepared for them a noble reward. 36:58. Salam, a word from a merciful Lord. The reasons why the majority of Muslim greetings is corrupt. Assalamu alaikum is not the same as Salamun alaikum. The Quran is one type of clear Arabic. Why would we or should we corrupt it? 16:103. And we certainly know that they say it is only a human being who teaches the Prophet the tongue of the one who they refer to as foreign, and this Quran is a clear Arabic language. The majority of Muslims always greet each other the same way using Assalamu alaikum, with one exception is Turkey, where people use the correct greeting Salamun alaikum, but we see that it's often misused. Some people say Assalamu alaikum or Salamun alaikum are the same, and that is a huge deal. Not a huge deal, but the Quran says otherwise. Why don't we simply submit to Allah's commands? How hard is it really to say Salamun alaikum? Salam alaikum or Salamun alaikum to less than 3 people is a distortion of the clear Arabic language. It does not matter if Muslims speak to 1, 2, or more people, or it's a man or a woman, they all repeat the same greeting, Salam alaikum. Corruption is very easy, and Assalamu alaikum. The alaikum means upon you, and the pronoun kum is the second person masculine plural, meaning that 3 or more people in Arabic. If you greet 1 or 2 people, 2 calls for dual plural in Arabic. Why would you use the regular second person plural for 3 people or more? The only exception, perhaps, if you say Salamun alaikum to 1 or 2 people at the same time when you visit someone's home and you know that there's more than 3 people that live there. This is not correct if you only know 1 or 2 people that live there. One accurate fact is that Salamun alaikum is used in the Quran 4 times as a greeting. The expression used 6 times in all. Saying Salamun alaikum is less than 3 people is not correct Arabic. The amount of corruption in the Muslim world is such that the majority are unaware of even the obvious corruption. If you choose to say peace be upon you instead of the similar term salam, you should say Salamun alayka for a male, Salam alayki for a female, and so on and so forth. These are the examples that I can give you. Here are other pronouns for Salamun alaykum as well. If one does not know what to say, then a simple greeting would just be salam, regardless of how many people you greet. Some try to dodge the reality that the greeting they use isn't corrupt and claim that salam alaikum or salamun alaikum even to one person because they greet angels too. This is, however, untrue. To think that they greet angels at the same time they greet people. The example is how they finish praying proves them wrong. Traditional Muslims turn their heads side to side and give Salam Alaikum even when they pray by themselves. The two angels are in charge of every human according to the Quran. And if they greet one at the end of the prayer, it should be Salam or Salamun Alayka. This proves that their greeting is wrong and the corrupt Arabic. The Quran makes no distinction of who we talk to or greet to. For instance, Abraham to his father, 1947, he said, Salam Alayka, I ask for forgiveness for you of my Lord. Indeed, he is ever gracious to me. John, Yahya, and Jesus, Isa, 1915, and Salamun Alayhi, John, Yahya, the day he was born, the day he dies, and the day he was resurrected, 1913, and Assalamu Alayya, Jesus, Isa, the day I was born, the day I die, and the day I was resurrected. The only time the Quran that we find Al with Salam is when Jesus prays that peace may be upon his own self. In all cases, Salamun is the indefinite form. Why is it something as simple as a greeting each other? Traditional Muslims usually don't get it right. Because in traditional Islam, Sunni, Shia, and the others follow a corrupt Islam. It has nothing to do with Islam described in the Quran. Everything from the Shahada to Hajj. The enemies of Allah don't greet people with the correct greeting. 58:8. Have you not considered those who were forbidden from private conversation when they return to that which they were forbidden and converse amongst themselves about sin and aggression and disobedience to the Messenger? And when they come to you, they greet you with a greeting by which Allah does not greet you, and say among yourselves, why does Allah not punish us for what we say? Significant for them is hell, such they will enter to burn, and wretched is the destination. This ayah tells us that true Muslims follow closely to Allah's commands. They are united in 61:4 and greet each other like what Allah has commanded from the Quran. They say Salamun Alaykum properly or just Salam. They don't make up anything to say or do not care about Allah's precise command or are too lazy to mention the word Salam. This is true where internet and everyone on social media don't say the proper greetings. The deeper message behind 58:8 is that the first thing to identify a true Muslim is by how they introduce themselves. Do they follow the Quran or something entirely different? How well do we understand the depths of the greetings? 486. And when you are greeted with a greeting, greet with one better than that, or return it. Indeed, Allah is ever over all things an accountant. The greetings is specifically Salamun Alaykum, and it's not Salam Alaikum, it's Salamun Alaykum, and its forms, or simply just Salam. We should say the greetings with sincerity and be careful attention to detail. In conclusion, both in this life and paradise, there are two greetings used both by humans and angels, Salam or Salamun Alaykum, and the other forms of this greeting. When you meet someone who greets you with the greeting, you should just answer simply, Although some may give you problems, but this is the Islam today where corruption is the norm now. What crime is it to submit to Allah and follow the Quran to a T? It really doesn't matter because we have Allah and His Word on our side. The Quran warns us about the enemies of Islam and how they don't use the proper greetings that Allah has given us in the Quran. This means that one of the ways to tell who is who. As true Muslims, we should not only greet people while obeying Allah's commands in the Quran, but we should also act as warners who spread the message. That is all for today. Salamun alaykum. Bye.